Hello Internet. In this video, we're going to recap a project I started almost 3 months ago, spent £100 on, and never even finished. To provide a bit of context, it was early June, and it was the height of my Valorant playtime. A new bundle had just been announced, and was released on the 10th. The Elderflame bundle. It was the most ambitious bundle that they had released yet, and unsurprisingly, also the most expensive. For some reason, I decided it would be a good idea to purchase the bundle. The primary intention was to make a video out of it. Unfortunately, that never really ended up coming to fruition. Since I never finished the project, I figured I had two choices. A, I could go back and finish the video, uploading it as it was originally meant to be, albeit completely irrelevant now that 3 or 4 more bundles have come out since. Or, option B, I can repurpose the video. I can leave the project as it was, in its uncompleted state, and create this video instead. I hope you enjoy the video. It wasn't half bad, it's just not aged very well now that it's completely irrelevant. Oh, and one last point to really drive home the fact that it's been so long. I've even upgraded my microphone since recording this old video, so don't be confused if I sound a little different. With that said, let's get into it and see what you think. Hello Internet, here's the deal. I bought the Elderflame bundle so you don't have to, and trust me, you don't have to. For those who want the skin, or anybody considering it, there is one extremely apparent obstacle that is hard to overlook. Valorant skins have seen backlash in the past for being costly, but this takes the cake and eats it too. With only 1,200 Valorant points in my balance, I needed to secure some more funds, for science, of course. Unfortunately, when purchasing, there was a clear gap between the $49.99 and the $99.99 options. 5,800 is not enough, but 12,000 is a little bit too much. I wasn't about to mishmash 2 lower tier purchases to try and get close to the exact amount I needed, so it was all down to a plunge into deep £100 waters. Boy were those waters icy. To get serious for a second, £100 is 6 hours and 40 minutes on a £15 an hour employment payroll, all for some cosmetic in a game. Even more time for the many paid below this arbitrary £15 metric. And for any of you high school gamers, still saving birthday money or working weekends for some extra cash, this could be more like months of time to save up enough money. But was it worth it? Well, they do be dragons. And let's not forget, I have some change left over for later with a few extra Valorant points in my balance. So, let's cut some slack, head to the store, and proceed with another of many questionable life choices. The store does make this bundle look pretty. It's a set of dragons, how could they not? But 9,900 Valorant points is, boy, a fine line away from a 5-digit number. On the bright side, with how expensive the knife, spray, gun buddy and icon is, the bundle makes this seem like a steal. 6,125 Valorant points saved. That's an entire other bundle. Okay, so I bought it. They're dragons. Here be dragons, tales of old Arthurian legend, and what have you. Look, I need a way to justify this. Besides making this video, all I have is it looks cool. Maybe it can build into the brand name Merlin. Whatever, it's too late now. Literally, they told me when I bought that refunds are not an option.
2 words, my friend. No refunds.
It was at this moment that a dull reality hit. I have almost no Radiant points. Frick. The animations are arguably the best part, and there's no way I'm buying those too. Not for this price. So, I sat alone in a custom game, realizing I'd created the wrong lobby to sandbox around with these guns, coming to terms with the last 5 minutes. And I told myself, yeah, this was a good idea. Maybe this is a reflection of the harsh realization many would-be buyers will experience too. A marathon of Battle Pass level ups away from the full glory these skins can be. Yet, these skins can be glorious. Very glorious. Fortunately, the skin page has a preview of the animations, VFX, and variants. I didn't need to spend £100 to show you that, but the gun VFX bring fiery life to the skins. Not the life that the animations do, but a warm molten taster of what is to come. My Vandal will be first. Then comes the animations themselves. These are what separate the good from the great. This is something we haven't really seen in this style of game before. Bringing a gun to life, literally, through a skin. I won't lie, despite the fact that I can't access them right away, the lure of these animations is too strong. As we climb the level unlocks, I notice something weird at level 4. The finisher is dope, but it's really jarring how it cuts out so suddenly. I desperately hope this is a visual bug, because it's a serious downgrade from the Prime finisher's cleaner in and out. Don't get me wrong, there is no better way to flame the enemy than to literally have a dragon burn them after you kill them. But come on Riot, this skin is 9,900. I want that thing to fly away, or at least fade out properly. Post finisher, we get into the variants. I don't have too much to say here. I think variants are so preferential with the colouring and style that it's up to the individual. But one thing I will say is that I'm not a fan of the level 5, 6, 7 system, where I need the previous to get the next. It makes me feel like I must aspire to level 7 to be the top tier. I have this exact problem with the Prime skins, where I genuinely prefer level 6 to 7, but I always have the feeling in the back of my mind that my skins will never quite be max level and on par with other players who opted for level 7 upgrades. It's a silly self-conscious idea, and I'm still sticking to my preference with level 6 Prime skins, but when it comes to these colour variants, I really do think open-ended choice would make more sense. That's the guns.
Put down your guns! What? These guns?
But don't think I forgot the knife. This is an odd one. Why? Because I won't lie, I simultaneously love and hate it. How so? Well, 10 Radianite points is how. The base model looks, and don't lie to me, like a dragon dong.
There is a way to kill the wizard.
Oh, who's this mysterious character?
Shadowjacker, you haven't come out of your masturbation cave in eons!
It's high time I emerge from my cocoon. I grow tired of eavesdropping and masturbating to the sounds you all make.
Jesus Christ, all right, could use a little more mystery. Oh, just now seeing the staff.
This thing could easily be the butt of a lot of jokes. But, ignite the thing with 10 Radianite, and suddenly it's united with its animated counterparts in glorious fiery ore. The VFX look amazing, and transform it into something I wouldn't feel obliged to censor if ever I wanted to be kid-friendly. Okay, don't hate me, it's an exaggerated joke. It's obviously a claw, but it's emphasizing the point that the VFX make a world of difference. So, the skins are good. Like, really good.
Oh, that's hot!
But enough about the skins themselves. Let's take a step back and look at the selection of guns. To me, it doesn't make sense why the most expensive, visually ambitious skin bundle yet would include two of the most situational and obsolete guns in the game. It seems like this bundle would be so much easier to justify if each and every skin within it was a core part of any player's toolkit. Imagine the Classic, the Ghost, the Spectre, or even the Bulldog engulfed in fiery dragon flames. But they didn't do that. Alas, they chose the Frenzy, a pistol so underutilized I barely heard whispers and folktales of its existence. I think I've seen about 5 rounds played with a Frenzy somewhere within, and 3 of them were Spike Rush. Along with it, the Judge. Besides, in my opinion, being the most off-putting of the bundle, the Chonky Boy is not so aesthetically pleasing. It's another gun I hardly see in play, a very situational weapon. I often encounter players forcing a Bucky instead, or just full saving for next round, rarely seeing the Judge get any playtime. Choosing these guns seems strange at first, but I think, with closer inspection, there could be a perfectly viable reason. Hear me out. What if it is specifically because they are underutilized that Riot wanted to represent them with the best? Perhaps, just perhaps, by enticing players with a stunning skin bundle, they hope to tease players into the role of the Pistol Rush Frenzy or the Judge and Executioner. What if these two are bait, wrapping the underutilized guns in a shiny coat to lure players into using them more often? A stretch, I know, especially when they are only securing the premium player base of a free game, but it could help rationalize their odd choice. Why else would they pick these two, of any? I mean, come on, at least give the Shorty another skin. Firstly, I spent a lot of money on an in-game cosmetic bundle. Right. Secondly, they look really cool. and the VFX and animations dial it up to 11 and set it on fire. But third, and not least, it's a very pricey set of skins for a questionable array of guns that might not get as much use as one would hope for the price. The frenzy will be a good visual in the buy menu, but doubtfully get used too often. The judge will keep that skin looking fresh too, but Mr. Chunky Jaw might not be grabbing that many balls on the battlefield. The Vandal is still going to compete with the Prime Vandal, granted winning often, and the Operator looks really, really good. For the one round in a game I buy it, instead of the more likely scenario of finding someone else's instead, who I doubt has the skin. It's a beautiful reward for investing a large quantity of money into a free game you enjoy. Sooner or later, you'll get the same playtime from Valorant as any AAA game, and may end up surpassing it many times over. And, for those players working with a budget that can accommodate, it might just be worth picking up. That being said, don't forget to save up any remaining Radionites you have, as the skins only really come to life, literally, with the level 3 upgrades to the animation. After all, skin to win, right? But, if your budget is low, you save money from Christmas and birthdays to splash on cool stuff, or work a few shifts, weekends, or have a lot of real life bills to cover first, maybe consider holding off on a pricey, cosmetic nice-to-have, and instead invest your money into more essential purchases. Upgrade your setup a little, get a better microphone, 8GB of RAM, a new mouse, maybe even save the money and invest it in low-risk stocks to earn long-term interest on your money. Or, maybe consider subscribing if you enjoyed. Like the video to show support, and never forget that both are completely free, which means more money for the next skin that comes into rotation. So, what do you think? Do you like all of the skins in the bundle? Are these skins too expensive, or do you think the price is justified? If the Orb Dragonlore has anything to say about it, dragon skins seem to be on the expensive side, and this bundle still comes nowhere close to that skin. Then again, Counter-Strike uses a free market, where Valorant is a set store price. And I'm curious, if you could change this bundle, which gun would you most like an Elderflame skin for? Personally, I think the Stinger could do with some representation. Let me know what you think below. I'd love to hear what the community has to say about Valorant skins. Until the next time, I hope to see you in the future.